Pru's IPO has been a success, with it getting subscribed over 10 times despite the perception of being slightly expensive. CNBC TV 18's Nisha Poddar caught up with the lead banker to this issue, Kaku Nakhate, country head of Bank of America, who says that foreign investors are quite upbeat on the India consumption story.
Industry as a whole is on the growth path. ICICI Prudential has been a leader, and they have actually really shown good valuations thanks to the VNB margins which have been growing. And I must tell you that having seen the good book that we have raised, there was interest across the board, whether it was an endowment fund or sovereign funds or basically university funds and the long onlys and even the absolute and the hedge fund. So the space like ICICI Insurance is more like a global player. And it's one of the largest IPO, I would say, in the last 6 years.
The first one also coming in the insurance space. So
Yes.
was it also the dearth of many papers in the sector, which is hot, which is an offshoot of financial services, which is part of that, which is hot right now. So that also worked in favor of this particular issuance, because also with HDFC Life going out of the IPO market, there is very little that you can invest in.
So I would say this way, that most of the global investors look at global plays. So while we were doing ICICI Prudential, we were also doing the China Postal Bank issuance. So for good companies, you saw, and obviously in some places ICICI Prudential was preferred because of the India growth story. Of course, not having competitors in the market at that space would help, but ultimately investors look at quarter-on-quarter return, and they really found the story worthwhile for investing it from a longer-term perspective.
Big development overnight has been the Fed rate hike obviously hasn't happened, but they have given some projection of another rate hike. Markets have been buoyant about it. How do you see this particular development for Indian markets and equity deals?
I think the cash levels in the global markets are high, and Fed has clearly given a direction. They've done two things. They have delinked US versus US's decision to increase rate versus the global rates. And if you see, they've clearly suggested that there would be a rate hike in December and two in the following year in 2017 and more to come later. So the certainty chances, in my opinion, will increase for the December rate hike.